Thank you, Madam Chair.
Go ahead.
Primero que nada, quiero dar gracias a mi Creador, mi poder superior, por darme la oportunidad de estar con vida un día más. También quiero honrar la tierra en la cual estamos aquí hoy en día y pedir permiso a la gente Natochcan y Pescatahua que me permitan decir unas palabras en su tierra. Greetings, everyone. I know that it was hard for some of you to understand what I just said, but it is customary for me that before I speak, I acknowledge my Creator for allowing me to breathe one more day. I also honor the land where we're standing today, and I ask permission from the Nachkatang and the Piscatahua peoples to allow me to speak in their land today. I'm humbly grateful to be in your presence today. Thank you, Chairwoman Maloney, and members of this committee, for allowing me to share my experience, strength, and hope with you today. My name is Bamby Salcedo, and I'm a very privileged trans-Latina woman who has the honor to be the president and the CEO of the Trans-Latina Coalition, a national advocacy organization based in Los Angeles that also provides social support and life-saving services to trans, gender non-conforming, and intersex people. I also serve as a board member of the ERA Coalition. My experience is that of a person who has had the opportunity to survive many horrific experiences simply for being who I am. A trans woman who is Latina, an immigrant, someone who has overcome constant discrimination, multiple sexual assaults, homelessness, drug addiction, including overdoses, and left for dead in alleys. I spent over 14 years of my life incarcerated. I have been chased out of neighborhoods and beaten. I had to do sex work as means to survive. I had guns pointed into my head. I committed multiple suicide attempts. I experienced all of this because I was pushed by our society because there were no laws or protections against discrimination to protect people like myself. I can honestly say that I have survived things that you probably are not able to imagine. But what is most unfortunate is that the same issues that I have endured and overcome, many members of my community are experiencing today all across the country. Even in California, which is the state that has the most inclusive legislation to protect trans people. 2021 will be a record number of murders in the trans community. I have seen many of my friends die. I have organized more funerals than celebrations in my community. All of this because we have no national legislation that will serve as a protection for all people. I know that you're probably going to say, what about the Equality Act? The truth is that the Equality Act does not look at all of the intersections across my life and will not provide constitutional equality. For example, I am glad that my friend Monica Ramirez started Latina Equal Pay Day, which we're acknowledging with sadness today. As a trans Latina woman, the pay gap is enormous. The discrimination that we experience while trying to get employment in the workplace is rampant. The Equality Act would not support other trans women and me obtaining employment and being compensated in value equally for our work. The Equal Rights Amendment will help ensure no discrimination against all peoples, poor, indigenous, Black, trans, women, all peoples. My strength is that I get to share with you who I am and what I have overcome, and how people have uplifted me and supported me to heal my wounds, which unfortunately our government has failed to do. My strength is that I speak to you with my truth because my truth is my power. My hope is that you understand the opportunity that we have in this moment in time, that you understand that the Equal Rights Amendment is what our nation needs right now to heal the intergenerational wounds generated against the most marginalized. I hope you open your hearts and your minds and you do the humane thing to do to ensure that all peoples, not only those who are like me, have the rights that we deserve, that we get to be acknowledged as the human beings that we are, that we're giving some dignity, and that we honor the work of many people who have tried for more than 5 decades to ratify the Equal Rights Amendment. We have an excellent opportunity to support all peoples and not just some. While I support the Equality Act and its passage, the ratification of the Equal Rights Amendment nationally needs to happen. I hope that I get to see the passage of the Equality Rights Amendment in my lifetime. Every day, I'm afraid that I can be killed simply because I am a trans woman. I ask that you see that there's no other time like what we have today, that we do not continue to see divisions, nor continue to feel messages that say some people are more deserving than others, but rather that we see people in this country need to be protected and valued, and to use your power to ensure the affirmation of the Equal Rights Amendment. There's no time like with the present, and the time to act favorably about the Equal Rights Amendment is now. Please be on the right side of history. Only you can do that for yourself. And many people depend on you to do what is humane. I am sure that generations to come will see then who are the people who understood what human and civil rights are, who use their power for the betterment of all peoples. Today is a historic day, and I want for you to ask yourselves, do I want to be on the right side of history? I hope your conscience says yes. I invite you to imagine a new world, a world of constitutional equality, and freedom for all. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be in your presence today.